right, folks, and we're back. Somehow, some way, we recovered from the train wreck that occurred last week. It's me, John Machonsky, and with me this week, I mean, it looks like I'm the only survivor, because this week we have Michael and Scott.
Oh, here we go. Ready for 69? Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Shit.
It's 69-2 plus 1.
Yeah! Alright, finally.
Episode 72.
Nope.
No, I mean, 70 and 2.
130, 140, some math.
It's 69-2A.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah, because 70 times 2 would be more than that, so...
So it's 69 to 2?
It's 69 and a half, 2. I think. No.
No, that'd be like 30...
69 and a quarter, 2.
The math checks out. Like, I don't know what else.
Yeah, it's 69 and 1/4.
It's
part 2.
It's 69 to the 2 power over 2 times 36.
All right, great. Fantastic. We figured it out,
Yep,
everybody. See you next week
we all
for
went to public
Math
school.
Talk. Yeah. See you next week for Math Talk with Michael, John, and Scott, where we're figuring out numbers
Yep.
for a minute and a half.
Send us
math.
any math problem.
Don't.
Your homework. If you're at MIT and someone wrote it on some chalkboard and you need to solve it and you're the janitor, just give it to us and we'll solve it.
What
Matt
kind
Dan.
of
No, we won't.
What kind of math classes did you guys have in college? Because I had, like, the online courses, and those were abysmal.
Was I supposed to go to class?
I mean, technically I didn't either.
I don't remember. There were math classes. I went to them. There was 300 people in them. I did the work. There were TAs involved. College is, yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, John.
Oh, I mean, I had like a combination of online and in-person classes because I'm really bad at math. So they basically put me in like special like recovery courses because I fucked up so bad the first few years I was going, the first like year or so that I was going to college. They were like, okay, take these like people who haven't taken math classes in 10 years classes. And I was like, well, I just got out of high school like a year and a half ago, so whoops.
I think those are just catch-all classes for like, is your major a science or anything like important with numbers? And if you say no, they just go, take this thing. Have fun.
No, yeah, like
Algebra is in it. I don't know.
I took that class last because because what happened was I was trying to take a normal math class, and I bungled that so bad, they were like, okay, you fucked up so bad that you're going to this, like, remedial course, and everyone in this classroom is, like, 40 years old, because they're all just doing adult education to try to get, like, a degree. And I did that, and then they were like, alright, now you can take this, like, math for English majors class, and all it was like, can you add? And I was like, yes, I can, because I mean, so was the remedial course, too. Like, it was, I basically had to take, like, a year and a half of can you add classes, and then at the end of it, I was like, alright, well, good enough for me.
I had to take in middle school because I was sick, and they had these things here in Florida called the FCATs. They don't have anymore.
Yeah.
John, I'm sure you remember them. But
I remember them.
You had to take them every single year, but they only mattered in specific years. And one year, I didn't take them because I was sick both the week you were supposed to take them and the week that was the makeup week. So instead of letting me take it at some other special time, they just said, here, you're in the remedial English class. Which is really strange because when I went to high school, I was in the English honors class.
Right.
So
that's nuts. No,
that's
for
public school.
For math, like when I went to college, we had this really weird kind of hybrid class where my first like actual online courses with math were you would go into a classroom and just do the online course there. And then just like do all the work at your own pace and stuff, and there was a teacher there to help you out if you needed it and stuff, which was like that was kind of neat. And like I finished my class very quickly, so I never had to show up to that class ever again until like finals.
Oh God.
But
Yeah.
after that though, like I thought I could transition to just normal online classes, and turns out when you have to structure your own time, it's a little bit more difficult. And I just plain didn't learn anything at that point. So I wound up getting a couple friends to come log into my account to help me solve problems. And I think at best we wound up with a C, like cumulatively, like Three Stooges tried to solve every single problem.
Enough monkeys typing on a typewriter.
Get a
C in math class.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember I also took one of those classes where one of my classes, it was one of my in-person classes. You had to go in and do the work that they gave you, whatever, take your tests. But then there was also an online component,
right.
But you had to go to the school to do the online component.
Right, okay.
And it was all just these fucking, like, abysmal videos where it was just like, it's this dumbass animated family, and they're like, we're gonna go on vacation. How should we pack our tent? And then they have this long-ass fucking algebra equation, and it's like, I don't know, just fold it. Like, why do you need to figure out, like, the density of this fucking tent?
I will never let you pack my tent.
Yeah, not if you know the correct geometry.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. I don't know, but then like eventually I got to the point where I was so fed up that I would basically just, because they were like, you could listen to music while you do it, so I would just like pretend that I was changing songs, but I downloaded the Wolfram Alpha app on my phone and I was just using that, and that's how I got an A in that class. Fucking I'm like. I mean, I don't know if this is like an official like term or anything, but I remember seeing people like posting about having like math, like just not being able to read math problems, and that might be me.
Right.
I like, if I see like anything further than like multiplication, my eyes glaze over.
Math dyslexic.
Yeah, something like that.
Dyslexic, yeah.
But anyway, folks, we're not talking about math anymore.
Please, let's move.
Oh my god, yeah. We're going to talk about video games. And
they're like math that you can play.
Yeah, you have to know math to make a video game. And that's why, instead of making them, we write reviews.
Damn right.
What a week it has been for video games.
It's been nuts, yeah.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. I mean, PAX just ended, like, last week. So, I don't know, we have a couple of things to go over, but for now, why don't we discuss what we've been up to?
Hell yeah.
Scott, how about we start with you?
I've been going through a few things. I started Far Harbor. That's a pretty neat little Fallout 4 expansion. Like, it's really interesting how much better Fallout 4 is with characters that are pretty likable. And, like, an actual interesting setting and not just a rehash of the Capital Wasteland. So, it's like, it's been pretty good so far. There are a couple, like, I played through a mission that was apparently, like, straight up wholesale ripped off from a mod from New Vegas, and that wasn't particularly good. It was an interesting situation, but it doesn't seem like they actually realized what was going on. Like, it was this, you had to go into a special hotel that had a vault under it, and then you had to solve a murder between a whole bunch of robots, and that was like, that sounds like a neat setup for something, but it was kind of undercut by me accidentally stumbling into a room that had a key, and then I would pick up that key, go to where it said to go to, and oh wait, I solved everything. I didn't actually do any investigating of any kind, except picking up a key. So that was kind of lame. But yeah, it's pretty good. I'll probably finish it at some point, because I've been in the middle of other things. I don't want to talk about this too long, because I know you guys don't want to listen to the mobile Final Fantasy stuff, but I kind of beat Brave Exvius. And by that I mean I got to the point where the story content just kind of cuts off and goes, to be continued. So, I've been going through that, collecting all the stuff I missed, like finishing old quests, getting like extra summons and stuff. And that's honestly a really, really good game. That's probably one of my favorite games this year. The story isn't very good at all, but like, if you want a good little game on your phone where you have to strategize RPG battles. It's it's free. You should really grab it. I highly, highly recommend it. I want people to play it with me so they can give me all their friend points.
Your Christ?
My Christ.
Christ?
I need some
Jesus
Christ,
Christ?
dog. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
I need some Christ. But also, I've been playing a little something else. I have a Discord channel with a bunch of friends, and the Griffin McElroy Nuzlocke run kind of inspired all of them to play their own at the same time. So that's been kind of neat, of like everyone exchanging their stories, but they've all been playing X and Y. So I decided I would download an emulator. I would grab Black 2, because I haven't ever actually played Black 2 and White 2. And then I put in a randomizer and decided to play a Nuzlocke run of that. And so far, I believe I've just failed my third attempt.
The worst idea ever.
That sounds painful.
It was incredibly painful and stressful, but like I've really, really enjoyed it. This latest run, I got really far. I managed to catch a Tornadus as like my third Pokemon period, and like the entire run got cut off by a Q-Rem who knew Dragon Rage, which does like set 40 damage. And when you're low level, 40 damage is enough to basically wipe out an entire party. So it was a little nuts. I had a really good party going, and then all 5 of them got killed in one optional battle I didn't even need to go to. I managed to survive it, but right after that, I just X'd out of it, laid down in my bed, and processed what happened. And I don't know if I'm going to do another one of those runs anytime soon.
I want to say save yourself.
I want to do it again, though. There's rules.
Just Nuzlocke or random, not both.
There's rules. There's rules in the randomizer that support it. Like, you can turn off stuff like Dragon Rage and anything that really breaks the game early, but I just didn't want to bother because I really, really wanted the chaos of it all. But that
Bad move.
It's been really chaotic because it even randomizes stuff like item placement. So I would get like these weird, crazy endgame items right at the beginning. I start with like several Ultra Balls and stuff, and that's like. But also, when I need something, I just plain don't have it. So it's been kind of nuts, and I might try another run of that soon. Or I might pick up, because I did save right before that battle, I might pick up where I left off on that one and just try again from there. But I know, like, the real hardcore Nuzlocke community is just going to have a field day against me with that. They're going to whip me and flog me over it, but...
Don't tell them. They'll never know.
But yeah, that's been a really fun experience, and I've never, like, experimented with Pokemon a whole lot. My normal way of playing Pokemon games nowadays is I'll only catch Pokemon that are, like, that I'm interested in. Like, when I see something that looks cool, I'll grab it. But most of the time, I'll just skip over everything and just play, like, Ash Ketchum. And that's been a pretty fun experience, but I don't know. I wanted to try something really, really different. And that went pretty well. Up until everyone got wiped out at once. But, dude, experiment with Pokemon a bit. Get out there. Do some Pokemon
You're young,
stuff.
You're in a safe space. Just relax,
Hey.
toke up, experiment with Pokemon. It's fine.
Hey, man. Play in set mode. That's what I'm saying.
Anything else, Scott?
That's about it game-wise, yeah.
Alright. Michael. What's going on with you?
I survived that hurricane thing.
Hell yeah.
That's right, we both did.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but that happens.
That's every storm that ever comes through.
Mm-hmm. The Weather Channel is on at our work all the time, and because we don't want to put on anything political, because this election series, the election season's just been terrible.
Put on Cartoon Network.
We can't. We're not allowed.
Oh,
It sucks. But,
it's more informative.
the whole Weather Channel is nothing but, this storm is going to kill you! You need to be safe! Because the Weather Channel's trying to get ratings. And it's been crazy. And then what we got was some, like, interstitial, like, little bits of rain yesterday. And that's about it.
Yeah, and I get it. Like, hurricanes are serious. And as someone who's grown up here, I know how serious they are. But, like, for me, it was, okay, today it's really rainy and windy. I won't go anywhere today. I'll rearrange my schedule. And, like, for people I know who live near rivers or stuff, it's like, all right, let's check in with them. Okay, they're getting flooded, but it's not in their home, so that's good. It's like, but they live in an area that floods, so it's just like, everyone who lives here, unless you just moved, like, off of a river, you know what to expect, so you know how to prepare. So really, it's only a problem for people who've never been in or around these kinds of storms. So I get why they freak out, but it's also like, how many people really need to be told, like, what to do during a hurricane in Florida? If you do need to be told that, you fucking listen, because it's not that difficult. Just get some alcohol. Survive that. That was fun.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah. What else did I do? Let's see, I drove a golf cart with my friend. He golfed. I just drove the cart and tried not to die. We got stuck in the mud, because that's what happens when hurricanes come through.
That's rough.
Burger Watch.
Oh,
Burger
shit!
Watch!
Yeah, Burger Watch is back.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, here we go. Burger Watch 2014.
Burger Watch 1996.
Yeah, still the best.
Yeah.
Tell us what burger you ate.
For those of you who don't remember, Burger Watch I bought a recipe book of Bob's Burgers burgers. So take burgers from the show and make them into real recipes.
Good stuff.
I don't remember what the first one was, but the second one had cumin, and it wasn't very good. This one was the Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Zucchini.
That's a good
burger.
name. It's really good.
Yeah. They were supposed to be sliders. We didn't make them into sliders. That's the Itsy Bitsy part. We did everything else. It was burger, fried zucchini, like slices, like chips.
Yeah.
And they're fried in just oil and salt.
Did you bread them at all? Because, like, breaded zucchini slices
it's not like like a potato chip, but in little circles.
Can't recommend them enough.
So those were fried in oil and salt real quick, and then on top of that was plain yogurt mixed with dill and little bits of yellow pepper. And then that went on top, and then the bun, and that was it.
All right.
It was really good.
It
was nice veggies and refreshing. It's really good. Still like
that does sound really good.
Yeah, I still like that first one, which I can't remember better. But this one was a close second. So, who knows? Maybe Burger Watch will continue. Maybe we'll forget that we have that book. I don't know.
I had a burger named after me once.
Don't you dare. What was it called?
It was the Scotsman. I started, like, frequenting
That just sounds racist.
That's rude. I started frequenting this food truck, and, like, I became, like, really good friends with the guy there, and I always ordered, like, this kind of unique burger he ever made, which was burger, cheese, bacon, and then just, like, a mix of, like, green and red peppers with, like, a little bit of, like, salt and pepper on top. And that's a real good time right there. But he named it after me because he made it enough times for me, and then I, like, offered to build a website for him because that's what I do on the side, and he accepted, and I built something for him, and then he never paid me, and then I don't talk to him anymore. But you know, that's just how things go.
Fucked up.
Yeah, I don't think he makes that burger anymore.
Disgusting.
It's called the Norwegian now. He just keeps moving it.
Just goes to different nationalities.
He just travels around Europe, picks one, is like, this is the Norwegian.
It's the deceit burger now.
You should make yourself a Scotsman, though.
No.
It's good stuff.
I don't know where to get a kilt.
Oh, and also some onions. A little bit of grilled onions as well.
And let's see. I think that's been about it other than the video games.
What'd you
All right.
play, big boy?
Fill us in.
Let's see. Let's get rid of some quick ones. I've been playing... I switched from Soul Silver to Pokemon X.
Ooh, yeah.
Because I didn't realize that I didn't actually buy a cartridge of Pokemon X. I downloaded it to my 3DS.
Okay.
So I was going through all the dumb apps that are on my 3DS, and it was like, oh, Pokemon Shuffle and this other thing, and oh, Pokemon X. All right then. So I've pretty much almost beaten it again. That game fucking flies. What else have I been playing? A little bit more sorcery.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth part is coming out eventually soon. So I've been trying to catch up. I think I was most of the way through part 2, and then now I'm into part 3. And I will finish that and have a review of that soon.
Nice.
Hopefully.
Very excited.
Put my money where my mouth is. And what else have I been playing? I think that's it, except for some Battlefield 1.
Oh, boy.
That's right. You played the beta. The beta was this past... the beta was this past week, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it's still going or not. They didn't really say when it would end. Fuck Battlefield games.
Wow.
How about that?
Yeah.
How
Wow.
about they're making the same fucking game again and slapped World War One on it
Yeah.
and gave it no fucking respect at all.
Yep.
And it's just kind of the same game again.
Yeah.
Like the same frustrations of I can't spawn at a spawn point or with any of my squad mates because it just won't let me, even though I'm hitting the button.
Right.
But I can watch enemies spawn feet from me and next to one another and kill me because I don't see them there 1 second and then they show up.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how that still happens. At all. Snipers, and again, it's a beta, so some of the stuff may change, but snipers are the fucking bane of my existence.
Right.
Because you can just sit very far away, and even in the middle of a sandstorm, if you zoom in your gun, you can see through the sand.
Right.
So, that game just feels... It feels like the same game. It's the exact same game. It's Battlefield 4.
Are you playing it by yourself, or...?
Yeah, and I get that that's a squad game, but nothing's different. It's the same Battlefield game.
Totally. It's been a while since I played a Battlefield, and, I don't know, I've been feeling the itch again ever since I watched, I guess Star Wars Battlefront be played. I kind of want to play another Battlefield game, but I don't know if it's going to be this one. I got to get my crew together.
I mean, this is totally a Battlefield game.
Yeah.
And if people like that, that's great. I don't want to disparage of people who enjoy those games. All the more power to you. I jumped into this beta because I have played and enjoyed Battlefield games both by myself and with other people before. I've played by myself and enjoyed it.
Right.
So, but maybe it's the maps. I don't know. I just thought the multiplayer was bland. I mean, it's exciting in the same way Battlefield games are exciting. Mm-hmm. And there's one of the maps lets you ride in an armored train. That was fucking crazy. Just everyone in this train shooting
cool.
everything nearby. That was great.
That's pretty cool.
But seeing fucking biplanes and triplanes do loop-de-loops and air battles and fucking people are paratrooping in, and it's this is World War One.
Yeah.
Half this shit wasn't even invented till the end of the war, or let alone utilized greatly. It just feels weird. And I didn't really even play a game that had mustard gas until one of the final games I played, and mustard gas would show up, and you would have to hit up on the D-pad to pull down your gas mask, or you would take damage.
Great.
And then it kind of limits your vision.
Huh.
And that's it. That's all it does.
Cool.
So, it turns this fucking dangerous, notorious terrible human atrocity that we did during World War One into hitting up on the D-pad.
Ugh.
So, I didn't feel right about this game when they introduced it. And I knew the multiplayer would be the multiplayer.
Right.
I am now kind of like, I really wanted this game to be good, and maybe the campaign will treat World War One with respect. So this still has hope. But every time I interact with this game on any level, I come away disgusted.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, like, how much of that is just, if we change too much of this, do you think people won't play it? And that's kind of really, really disappointing when you're trying to really branch out and try something way different.
That's what's really weird, is the messaging about the World War One stuff has been, we wanted to try something so different.
Yeah, and then it just looks like the exact same.
Yeah, it's like, what are you talking about? Like, I can fucking shoot and I can shoot, and then the sniper is a single shot. So you have to shoot it, and then it's bolt action.
Right.
And then you have to zoom out, and he'll take out the cartridge and then zoom back in. I can do that like really quickly. It doesn't feel like I'm playing with a World War One sniper rifle. It feels like I'm playing with a toy.
Yeah.
So
the question is, how much of that was the developers actively choosing to do that, and how much of that was focus groups or the publisher or someone else just stepping in and saying, no, you can't make too many changes. No, you can't make this historically accurate because it won't be as fun, and we won't be able to sell as many copies, you know?
Sure, yeah. And I would like to think DICE has at least a little bit of leeway with EA, I imagine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, because I feel like they could have made up a war and just said, I don't know, it's steampunk, and then just toned down the steampunk nature of it and been like, it's World War 1.5, like fucking bullshit me, and I'll accept it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It feels like a really strange game, and I am not looking forward to when it comes out.
Yeah, for real.
But that's what about it. It's not much other games that come to mind. I'm sure I forgot something.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, if you think of something, feel free to interrupt me
I'll
and
yell
scream
at
at me.
Yep. Oh, I played Pokemon TCG.
That's right.
Online.
Do you want to just point people to our video, or?
Sure, you can go find Video Game Choo Choo on the YouTube or on the site, and you can watch John and I flail our arms at each other.
I still haven't watched that video.
With
really
Pokemon cards.
Yeah, we did a friggin' ordeal online and then posted it.
Yeah.
So go take a peek on the YouTube or on the site.
We use their deck wizard, which is terrible.
Yeah, coincidentally, it's also hosted on YouTube on our site. So, it's
Weird.
still YouTube. Fun.
Everything connects.
They're going to censor us if we're not careful.
Yeah.
Shit.
Be happy. Be nice. Don't curse.
Oh, I can't help it.
Don't curse. Don't.
Poop!
Ah, fuck. Ugh, damn it. Why'd you do that, John?
Anus.
Oh, God. Fucking damn it, dog.
I'm sorry, everyone. Can't take it. I got to do it.
John, tell me about games.
All right, folks. I played a couple games. So I haven't played anything too new recently. I've been chipping away at Odin Sphere still, here and there. Whatever. Don't really have much else to say about that.
Yeah.
I bought that Capcom collection that was out on the Humble Bundle. So that had a shit ton of games, and I've been messing around with some of those. I played quite a bit of, I think it's Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I don't know if it's Championship Edition, but it's HD Remix. So it's all HDified. It's the PS3 version. That's Street Fighter 2. Fucking sure.
Yeah, great game.
I tried to... Yeah, it is. I tried some Puzzle Fighter. It took me a while to understand that game, but it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like this amazing, godsend. I'd rather play some Puyo Puyo, but I don't know, Puzzle Fighter's okay. I'm still trying to finish Kingdom Hearts. I got past
that
one
sucks.
boss. Yeah, it actually does. I'm on the Maleficent Dragon boss fight, and that fucking sucks, and I don't like it, and I just want to be done with this game. And then I also played a little bit of the first Devil May Cry, because that Capcom bundle had the Devil May Cry HD collection.
How is it?
And that's, I mean, it's dated, but it's good.
Nice.
You know? It's Devil May Cry. Oh yeah, and I also touched the Resident Evil remake.
Oh yeah,
that they put out on PS4. The HD special remake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. That's Resident Evil, hooray! I mean, I started freaking out though, because when I started playing it, I was just pressing the directional buttons, and I was like, "Oh, this is the tank controls, great!" But then I didn't think to touch the control stick, and as soon as I did, like, because I'm playing as Jill, she started moving in like the direction that I was pointing normally, and she was moving at full speed, and I was just like, "Oh, what?" Oh god, like, I wasn't expecting it at all. Like, that was the only thing that actually, like, startled me in the game, was like, oh god, they fixed this, oh.
Figuring out 3D movement on control sticks. Good job, John.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You should check out Super Mario 64. It's a really good game. You'll like it.
Shut the fuck up. But, yeah, no, I mean, right before we started recording, I bought and downloaded the new Ace Attorney, so I will talk about that next week, but I just haven't been able to actually play it yet. So I'll probably have like a review and all that shit ready to go by next week.
Is that still like objection, here's evidence, I'm solving crimes? Yes. Okay, there's not like ghosts or anything in it?
I mean, there's always technically been ghosts in them.
What?
Dude, yeah, no,
what?
like...
I thought this was like a lawyer thing, like, you know, they have tennis anime. I thought it was a lawyer game.
Dude, no, like, I mean, it's a lawyer game, but there's
tell
ghosts.
me the lore of Ace Attorney in 30 seconds, beginning now.
Alright, so there's this guy named Phoenix Wright, and his boss dies, and then he figures out how to, like, avenge her by solving her murder, and then he keeps solving murders, and sometimes she shows up as appearing in her sister's body, and it's really weird. And it's a good game. There you go.
Alright, wow, you did that in 20 seconds. Okay.
Good job.
Yeah, I don't know. I have always loved those games. Like, the first three are absolute classics. The fourth one is okay. The fifth one is even more just okay. And I don't know how the sixth one is. And, I mean, I don't know. There was a spin-off that came out over here that was okay.
Wasn't that Ghost Trick?
Ghost Trick is by the same
right.
by the same creator, but it has nothing to do with Phoenix Wright.
Right.
And that game is also very, very good.
Except for that it has ghosts.
Yes.
Basically the same game, yeah.
It's also somewhat about possession. All right.
Yeah. It's upsetting, though, because I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. I think his name's Shu Takumi? It's either Takumi or Tafumi. I'm going to get yelled at.
Hopefully.
But, yes. Anyway, all the games that he works on recently are the ones that haven't been coming out over here.
Ugh.
Great.
Like, I don't think he worked on... He definitely didn't work on Ace Attorney 5, because, well, Professor Layton and Phoenix Wright did come out over here, but the only reason why it did was because Level 5 localized it for the Professor Layton stuff. So, the last Phoenix Wright game he worked on was the one that's set in the past, where it's Phoenix Wright's, like, great-grandfather, and he teams up with Sherlock Holmes. And that's not coming out over here, which is a huge bummer because holy shit. And also it's written by Shutakumi. And, yeah, no, it's just they've been getting, like, other people to make these mainline games now, which is kind of confusing that, like, they're not getting the main creator to do the main games. But, I don't know, maybe he just doesn't, like... He doesn't want to work on mainline Ace Attorney games anymore, like, you would think that if he had the option, he would just go do something completely separate and not Ace Attorney anymore, but maybe he's got some weird clause in his contract, or I don't fucking know. Either way, I wish those spin-off games came out over here more often than not, because recently those have been better than the mainline games. But yeah, no, that's pretty much it. I haven't really been doing too much else. I've just been looking for apartments a lot, so I'm busy.
Always the fun, apartment hunting.
Mm-hmm.
No,
It's
I
so
want to
fun.
die.
It's so fun.
Mm-hmm.
So fun. People give you pamphlets and you go on tours and they tell you things and then they tell you the price and you're like, oh, I wasted fucking an hour of your time and mine. See you later.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You want how much for a deposit? Oh, all right then. All right, 3 months.
No, I don't have that money.
Yeah,
Nope.
I don't know anyone who has that. All right.
Bye now.
I hope you have free Coke and snacks in this fridge in this fucking model apartment, because otherwise, this was a fucking waste of time.
You gonna reimburse me for this gas, motherfucker? Because you're making enough money to do it.
At least you get a lot of free golf cart rides, so you know.
Big
yeah,
fan.
all right, that is a plus.
Mm-hmm.
That is a plus. All right, let's move on to news,
Oh
gentlemen.
boy.
Scott, why don't you go first?
Interplay is selling off a bunch of their IP.
All of their IP.
All of their IP.
Could you please explain who that is and what the IPs are?
Interplay was founded in 1983, and they've been developing games ever since. They've, they have gone through so much shit lately. They, just last year they announced, a Kickstarter for Descent, which is one of the games on this list to get sold. It looks like they're kinda on their way out. They're selling off a whole bunch of IP. It doesn't exactly say why, but you can kind of assume they're closing their doors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the portfolio, the game portfolio includes Battle Chess, Boogerman, which is something we have internally talked about picking up, Clay Fighter, Dark Alliance, Descent, Earthworm Jim, which is the really big one here, Free Space, Kingpin, MAX, Messiah, MDK, Redneck Rampage, Run Like Hell, Sacrifice, T-Rex Rumble, and Giants. So if you are any game developers out there looking for some hot new IP, this is where you should pick it up. No,
I'm gonna say something. All of those suck.
Yep.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right then. Thanks. None of those should be worth very much.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Also, I will say I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that Blizzard might actually already have the rights to Redneck Rampage.
Great.
Why would they want it?
I don't know. Maybe they just found out that this was happening and they just quietly slid that in there, and they're just like they just handed someone a contract and they were just like,
Just get rid of it for us.
It's not like any of these fucking dudes in overalls are going to be showing up in Heroes of the Storm. Just take this.
Right.
Fuck that.
Yeah, that's a...
Yes,
We don't get rid of this.
Someone found this press release and went to Blizzard CEO and handed it to him, and he was like, "I don't, really, I don't care, dude."
Yeah,
it's let them have it.
They don't want the petition to add Earl to Heroes of the Storm or whatever the fuck.
New Hearthstone pack include Redneck Rampage.
Includes pig, shotgun,
sawed off,
and overalls. All right, yeah, we're good.
I added overalls to my Goblin King, and now it's sad.
Overalls and Overwatch. There you go.
Yep. That's my change.org petition.
They also explicitly mentioned that mobile AR and VR are new forms of media, and they could also be making a giant change, very, very unlikely, but they could be making a giant change moving towards maybe a strictly mobile or VR market, but that doesn't seem likely.
Yeah, their statement just seemed more I don't know, all this stuff would be good for mobile. See you later, guys.
Yeah.
But it was pretty vague.
Yeah. So that's a shame. It sucks when any developer closes their doors, but Interplay's been around for a long time. They developed Fallout and Baldur's Gate, which are some pretty...
They published Baldur's Gate.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're kind of really big in the legacy here. They're sucks. It really sucks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, before we let you go, Michael, I mean, we're still going to do our regularly scheduled 3 pieces of news, but something just broke as we were recording.
Huh?
Yeah, Bloodstain just got delayed to 2018.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. That just happened.
Great.
So I
it's
figured to mention
good to report on it. We are here to report.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'd rather that game be excellent than Mighty Number 9.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Surprising that it's being delayed that long.
Yeah.
Considering that,
Is it?
It kind of is when, Ukulele's coming out semi-soon.
Yeah, but Ukulele had a lot of time to cook. We kind of only really heard about Bloodstain, last year?
I thought Bloodstain got announced first.
No, Bloodstain was recent.
No. Yeah, Bloodstain was maybe even this year.
Was it this year? I would not be surprised.
It was a bit ago.
They were both around the same time, though. I could have sworn they were around the same time.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Either way, yeah, still a little surprising, but yeah, I'd rather it be good. I mean, that game looked good already, but still, I'd rather it be excellent. I'm sure it'll be fantastic.
Hopefully.
Though, everything that I've seen
Hopefully.
of that. Fingers crossed.
You never really want to wish for any games to be bad.
Absolutely not.
All of them are bad.
Yeah, that's the sad truth.
Yep.
Michael, would you like to talk about bad game news real quick?
I mean, I have this. I wouldn't qualify this as bad
Okay, then what is it?
news. I don't know.
All right, then what is it?
I didn't think this is bad news.
What's the news,
Is
Michael?
this bad news?
I don't know.
Am
Tell
I
me.
revealing terrible news? Did I not know this is bad news?
Okay, tell me what the news is, and we'll figure it out.
John, I think the PS4 needs to lose a few pounds.
Wow, that's kind of rude to
Yeah,
say.
why
Some
would you
would say-
body shame the PS4?
Some would say it needs to be slim.
Ooh.
Oh, but Michael, wait.
They didn't call it the slim at all because it's just replacing the current product because that's how
Right.
products work.
Yeah, so, I mean, well, the thing is that we already know about that, though. People opened that and reviewed it and made many videos on the YouTube. Wasn't there supposed to be another PlayStation 4 announced?
I don't think so.
Anyways, I'm going to do this like I normally do and stop playing.
Alright, I apologize.
Yeah, Sony had their little meeting in New York where they invited some press, and I don't know if you two watched it, but that was
Watched a little.
I
fucking.
didn't get a chance.
That was about as dry as fucking unbuttered toast. That was a fucking. They tried. They really did. So they announced 2 things. They announced the new PS4, which is not a slim, which makes sense. Why have another? Especially with the Neo as we know it as right now. Why have a third thing on the market, then also toss in VR? That doesn't make sense. Just replace the old thing. So
Right.
Slim comes out as you're listening to this later this week. It'll be $299. It's a normal PlayStation. It's just smaller. Has some
Well,
improvement.
there are some perks to it, especially with the controller. The one interesting thing with the controller was
the light bar. I wouldn't call that a perk.
It's still new.
Well, no,
That's an
actually,
update.
there is one thing about... No, here's the thing. Other than that light bar thing.
All right.
The cord that you plug in to charge with,
Yeah.
originally, it was only a charger. No information was being passed through the wire. But now, with these new controllers, the wires that you plug in, it does transfer information, so it will cut out lag, which is only really important if you're playing competitive fighting games or high-level first-person
Sure,
shooters.
yeah.
But that's still an interesting update.
Is the cord still only 2 inches long?
I don't know.
Okay, until that
I would
cord is
hope
at
not.
least 4 to 5 feet, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, you're right.
That
You're right.
cord makes old Japanese SNES cords look long. Are you kidding me? Fucking, they think I live in a jail cell of how close I need to sit to that thing to charge it.
I'm,
Anyways.
yeah, it's a bit much.
Yeah, it's short as hell. So yeah, that replaces the new PlayStation $299. I think that's fine. That's an alright price for new PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
And then they announced what the Neo is. It is not the Neo. It is the PS4 Pro.
For pro gamers only.
For professionals.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a terrible name.
It's awful.
Yes, it is.
It's a fucking... Neo would be better.
Yeah, it would have been.
The fucking Matrix jokes would have been sufferable compared to the Pro.
Even fucking PS4K would have been fine.
Yes. So the PS4 Pro is a lot of what the Neo was reported to be.
Yeah.
It is a 4K upscaler. It will upscale your video games to 4K. It has an improved GPU. It has a bigger hard drive. I think a terabyte is what they said. I don't know if that's the base hard drive or if that's all that it'll come as. They didn't say. I don't remember. They said they're clocking it more. I don't know if that means anything else besides the GPU's changed and they're just overclocking the CPU or what they're doing. I don't know. Thing looks like a triple-decker cheeseburger.
Yeah.
It looks like a PlayStation 4 and then add another like half layer on top. It's
so fucking silly.
It's kind of dumb looking.
It looks really dumb in a good way, in my opinion.
Yeah. It looks like a futuristic, like, it looks like the sequel to a movie. Like, the first movie, we had 2 layers. The second movie, we had 3 layers.
Yeah, I could imagine, like, a lady, like, laying on a car, like, holding it like a bad cheeseburger commercial.
Yeah.
It's just funny to me, and, like, how do we show that this is more powerful than the last one? 1 more layer. Got it. Boom. Move it to marketing.
Put a fucking huge dick on it. Being erect dick. So it'll do 4K. It'll also do HDR, which stands for High Dynamic Range, which is a fancy way of saying it will better project images the way the human eye sees them.
Great.
If you take a photo with your camera, the camera just takes whatever light it's getting into the iris, it'll just capture that. Whereas the human eye, the iris automatically focuses and changes in size to adjust to lighting. And normally with the camera, you would have to do that manually. HDR in a camera would take multiple photos at multiple exposures, combine them into one normal photo. They actually usually look spectacular, and that's more along the lines what the eyeball sees. With imaging, I believe, I'm no expert on this stuff, with imaging it would make more of the difference with colors. So blacks would have varying ranges, whites would have varying ranges, and same with normal colors.
Right.
So, reds just wouldn't look like reds. It would look like a multitude of red. You would see different shades. It would look different. And they said, and most HDR TVs are 4K TVs. In fact, I don't know of any 1080 TV that's HDR.
Sure.
They probably exist. I don't know.
I think mine is, just because it's a little older, but yeah.
Yeah. And they said all current PS4s will now be able to do HDR with an upcoming update.
Oh, neat.
I don't know how they're doing that.
Yeah, that's kind of nuts.
Because you need again, I know very little about the actual physical hardware stuff. I've seen people out there questioning how the PS4 Pro does HDR,
right?
Let alone my dusty-ass PS4. Don't know how it would do it. And the Pro is able to detect if you're not on a 4K TV and will still present a better display to you.
Weird.
So just having a Pro, just having a 1080p HD TV, it will still look better.
Right.
It's a better computer on the inside, so it's going to have a longer draw distance. It's going to have more objects on screen. They did a lot of showing this stuff off, which doesn't make sense, because unless you have a 4K TV or an HDR TV, ain't none of that shit gonna look different, and none of that shit look different.
Yeah, it doesn't exactly translate, yeah.
they were literally going, here's, blah, blah, blah game in normal, and then here it is in 4K. Like, all right. I'm real fucking glad you live streamed this shit. Like, do a better job of... it was bad. But that thing comes out this November for $3.99.
Well, all right.
So prettier graphics coming soon to you, unless you want them on Blu-ray. So
hopefully that whole Neo mode thing they talked about is still a thing, because
it seemed like it. They were touting how the new Call of Duty, when it's released, will have a Neo mode. Black Ops 3 is getting a Neo mode. They had Spider-Man on stage, or they showed off Spider-Man. They showed off Watch Dogs 2, but they also showed off Shadows of Mordor. How that's being improved. It seems like I know games after a certain date will all have a Neo mode, and some games before it will have it.
Yeah,
none of that makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of little stuff that came with this, like streaming to your PC will now be 1080 60. Videos recorded on the Pro will be 1080 30. I don't know why.
I thought they were already 1080 30.
I don't know. That's the stuff I read.
Yeah. You can only record up to 15 minutes, so maybe you can record a little longer than that. Who knows?
I don't know. They did show off a little bit of Mass Effect Andromeda while they were there. It looked like that leak footage, and it was nothing to talk about. It was jetpacking, dialogue,
it's Mass Effect.
And a demo.
Yeah,
it was not even anything crucial. That was about it. $3.99, doesn't play 4K Blu-rays, seemingly upsetting to some people.
Yep.
So that's it.
I'd be interested in seeing how this new one runs older games, because stuff like Fallout 4 and Bloodborne, which I still kind of play both of those every now and then. They have some pretty bad frame rate issues. So I'd like to see those games get a little bit more improved in that regard.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think they've said anything about those two games in specific. I would hope so. I would hope just naturally putting them in would affect it, but who knows?
Okay, folks.
Oh boy.
I feel like I should actually do two news stories this week, because there were two big things.
Yeah.
And I'm going to talk about both of them. So first, I'm going to talk about this first one right here. If Michael has the Burger Watch, it's time for the Pokemon news update.
Oh
boy! All right, everybody, are you ready to talk about Pokemon?
Hell yeah, dog!
I'm shaking my head. Let's get to it.
All right,
catch them all.
Look, everybody,
Jesus.
Pokemon's coming out in like 2 months, so they're really ramping up on the information.
Hell yeah.
Here's what they told us right now. First off, Pokemon Sun and Moon are going to be set 12 hours apart. So, while it's daytime in Sun, it'll be nighttime in Moon, and vice versa.
Hell yeah.
Great.
That's kind of weird, but at the same time, I guess if you're looking for specific Pokemon, like I feel like this is a move for kids, because it's like, oh hey, if you're not allowed to stay up after like 8 or 9 o'clock and you want to catch a Pokemon that's only around at nighttime, this will help you out.
Yeah, I have a little bit of the opposite problem where, like, I work nights, and sometimes my nights are really slow and I want to play something, and the only Pokemon I can catch are at night. So it's like, I don't know, it inclines me to buy Moon a little bit more than Sun, just because, like, I don't know, I'd like to play sometime during the day. That would be nice.
Sure. I mean, it's an interesting thing to do, like, that's
neat.
very different. It's
seemingly random. Like,
it's sure, but I like that they're separating the games more.
Sure,
like,
but it's a weird way to start.
Sure. So they also announced some other Pokemon. The first one is a new dragon type Pokemon. I gotta make sure that I'm gonna say the right name here because it's got a weird name. Jangmo-O, something like that.
You okay?
It's this little baby
ordering
dragon
from a Chinese place? What is happening?
No. It's this little baby-looking dragon with a heart on its head. It's probably going to be the pseudo-legendary for this game. You know, it's going to turn into, like, a super powerful dragon by the end of the game. Mm-hmm. They also announced a new Alolan form. Alolan Rattata evolves into Alolan Raticate. It's chubby. It's got big cheeks, and it loves to eat the freshest ingredients.
Good shit.
Yeah, and then there were two other almost Pokemon announced.
There's a theory about this, and it makes me almost agree, because they never call these Pokemon. They only call them Ultra Beasts.
Ultra Beasts, yes.
And their quote is that these beasts are a danger to Pokemon, to people and Pokemon alike. And the way they make like Pokemon separate from these beasts makes me wonder if these are actually Pokemon.
We'll find out. But these two creatures that they've announced, the first one is called Type Null.
Well,
and the interesting thing is that, sure, they're calling them not Pokemon, or they're calling them something separate, but it has a type listing and abilities and the stuff, so that's what's interesting.
It was funny because the name is Type Null, and then you look at the image and it says Type Normal, and it's like, oh, cool. Yeah. Now we know.
But, yeah, Type Null is this, like, quadruped, armored beast-looking thing. It looks like some sort of, like... It looks like a chimera. Mm-hmm. So people are the theory that's going around is that someone tried to recreate Arceus and fucked it up real bad.
The thing I don't like about that theory is that theory depends on the idea that every Pokemon design is always different, and that this one just happens to look like Arceus, and Pokemon designs almost always look exactly alike. A lot of Pokemon look a lot alike.
I can imagine some research got fucked up while they were trying to remake some Arceus, motherfucker. So
we'll
see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Then the second one,
it plays a little bit into the idea they did in the first game of like the whole Mewtwo thing too, which is kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. This the last Pokemon / Ultra Beast / whatever it is that they confirmed is just called UB01, and it's this freaky looking glass jellyfish.
Yeah, that apparently looks like a girl is what the description said.
Yeah, people are thinking that the professor's assistant that they revealed very early on in Sun and Moon's media
blitz
cycle. Yeah, media blitz. They're thinking that she might be UB1, so that'll be weird. They also confirmed some new characters. There was a new Team Skull admin who acts like a weeaboo, and there's a new like society. I forget what they're the Aether Foundation.
Yeah,
and it's being heavily implied that they might also be evil.
Really, it sounded like they were kind of the good guys, which was weird because they seemed super, super evil just by looking at them.
The assumption is that they pretend to be good, and then you find out that they're the ones who made Type Null. Like that's the working theory. I've never heard this many people give this much of a shit or theorize this much about Pokemon before its release.
But that's because this one's wild, dog. There's so much different stuff going on.
I don't know. It's fun.
Like some of it, but some of it, it's like y'all fucking calm your shit. It comes out in a couple weeks.
I haven't given a shit about Pokemon.
The Alolan Rattata. All right, then. Yeah. Like it has a like. Don't get me wrong. I think that stuff's cool, but to freak out over it is a little much.
I legit have not given a shit about Pokemon since Diamond and Pearl. Like that's kind of where I dropped off caring, and this has made me start caring again. I want to love Pokemon.
As someone who buys the Pokemon games every year, the fact that they skipped 1 year and ended up doing all this shit is making me hope that they skip years more often.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to skip years more often.
Yeah. The last thing that they added that they announced to be added for Sun and Moon is called the Poke Finder, which is a new feature on your Pokedex, which is basically Pokemon Snap 2.
Yes.
Good shit.
Well, Pokemon Snap 1.5.
Yeah, you go to very specific areas on the map, and you'll see Pokemon just in their natural habitat. Like, you'll see a Dragonite flying by, you'll see a Pikachu scurrying around in the forest, and you can take pictures, and the better the picture, the more points you get, and
you can upload them to Twitter.
You can upload them, and you'll unlock new abilities for your Pokefinder camera, so you can take even cooler pictures.
The example they gave was a zoom, which that better be, hey, you took a photo, here's the zoom lens.
Yeah,
the first one.
Yeah, that can't be like the second to last one. That would be excruciating.
Yeah,
that would be pretty funny.
The first unlock is figuring out how to take off the lens cap.
I'm so stoked about like the weird social media thing they posted, where it's like you take a picture and you upload it, and a whole bunch of people comment on it. That was so wild.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
What does Alolan Oak think about all this?
Yeah, there was also...
Is he going to be there saying, like, awesome? Like, is he wonderful?
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah. I hope so.
Cousin
Please,
Oak.
please. Yeah, they showed him in a trailer, and it's straight up Professor Oak's cousin, but he's super tan, and he's an expert on Alolan forms. He
is just Professor Oak. He put on some tanning oil, and he is pretending that is just Professor Oak.
That'd be pretty funny.
It's just Professor Oak.
I'm basically in blackface. Wonderful.
Hello. Welcome.
Hello. I'm racist today.
Oh, you found it. I'm researching Pokemon.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
This is it's not racist if it's for science.
No. Aloha. I mean, Alola and Aloha. The Alolan Islands have no affiliation with the Hawaiian Islands in any way possible.
All right, let's move on to questions. Michael,
Yes?
if you would, please remind the good people where they can send their questions.
You can email podcast@videogamechoochoo.com, and maybe I'll remember to check it. And then you can go over to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask, and you'll sound like these wonderful people do. They all actually sound very similar. If you listen, they all seem to come from the same person.
It's strange.
Strange.
I don't know.
But here you go. These two first questions both come from Anonymous, and I think it's the same person. All right, so the first question is, who is the sexiest Animal Crossing character? And the second question is, Callie or Marie, and why? I think they're related.
I mean, there was a while on Twitter where everyone wanted to fuck Isabelle, so... Question answered.
And who can blame them?
I mean, what's the guy who plays the guitar?
KK Slider?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Fucking ripped.
Yeah, he's
dog.
pretty hot. Yeah.
KK slide on into my DMs. Does anyone have an actual answer besides Isabel?
And KK Slider? No. I mean, I really like that picture of just, like, giant buff KK Slider with his balls. Just kind of ginormous.
Lose the shorts!
Any more requests, yeah. That's real good. Yeah. KK Slider.
Please don't look up that image. Please don't.
do.
Moving on. Anonymous asks.
Also, hang on. Marie.
Oh, yeah.
Marie.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't play Splatoon.
Yeah. No, like, alright. What is the most shameful video game related thing you own? It can be a game itself, a piece of merch, a shit, etc. John, name something other than your framed picture of Junko.
Oh.
That was in the question. That was not me saying it.
I know.
I have an answer.
I do as well.
Okay, go ahead.
It's my copy of Superman 64 for the N64. That is both the most shameful thing I own and a piece of shit.
I have a couple things. I own a pre-greatest hits version of Final Fantasy Dirge of Cerberus, where the fucking...
Oh, boy.
Like, where what's the thing called, like the cover of it? The cover is actually still holographic and everything. It's crazy, and I have considered like busting that bad boy out again to like just feel really bad about myself and my choices. But also for a while, a long time ago on Twitter, I managed to make friends with a Mountain Dew Game Fuel fan account, just titled Mountain Dew Game Fuel.
I hate this.
I never really used Reddit before or anything, but they eventually made me like a mod of their subreddit, and it was weird because there were so many other people there who were just like completely obsessed with Mountain Dew Game Fuel, and I started the hashtag Game Fuel Army, and then I was their general. So eventually the actual Mountain Dew Game Fuel account just sent me one free can of Mountain Dew World of Warcraft Game Fuel, which was already really old and outdated. But I came home one day, and I saw that the can was completely knocked over by my dumb cat, like one of our new cats who was just who was just laying down, just sitting there. And that was fine. I put it back, and then I realized, oh no, there's a hole in this can.
Uh-oh.
So I had to drink everything that was left, or else it would go to waste. So I had to drink like some weird 6-year-old like flat Mountain Dew Game Fuel.
You didn't have to eat that.
I had to do it.
To drink that.
I had to do it for myself.
The kitchen sink, down the drain.
I would have completely. It would have been sacrilegious to the Mountain Dew Game Fuel community.
You could have tasted it, been like, all right, sure.
Do you want it?
And then you could have poured it into a cup, and then when you said this was enough, poured it into the sink. You could have done anything to save your soul.
Here's a bad idea.
Here's the thing, though. It wasn't that bad.
John, anything that's a piece of shit that you own that besides a picture of Junko and a fucking can of whatever fucking
I don't have it.
Halo 2 Mountain Dew
It was
bullshit.
World of Warcraft, thank you.
I don't have any disgusting cans of things. I mean, I have this really, really high quality, full copy. Like
when you say high quality, I just know it's crap. So go ahead.
Oh, absolutely. No, I mean I have this perfect edition of Bubsy for the Genesis.
I'm moving on.
Hang on.
That's too bad. Bubsy. That's terrible.
Shameful. Oh yeah, okay, I have a... this is a weird one. So I was, for a short amount of time, well, I mean, I'm still a big fan of Skullgirls, don't get me wrong, but I was, like, for a short time in, like, the Skullgirls fandom on Tumblr, which is basically just, like, posting about dumb shit while playing the game.
Oh, so Tumblr.
Yeah, so I wasn't, like, super invested in it. Like, I wasn't, like, shipping the characters and writing fan fiction and shit. I was just like, I like this game. Hooray, let's play some games, whatever. Anyway. So, someone was giving away a shirt of my main, at the time at least. I played as double a lot.
Sure.
So, I was like, okay, you have to follow this person and reblog the post to win the shirt.
All right.
It's like, okay, I guess I have to follow this person and reblog the shirt. Okay. I did that. And I didn't really know who this person was. I was just following them for the shirt. After a little while, it turned out that they were a Jester fetishist.
Oh, boy.
Like, they specifically wanted to fuck Jesters.
So they were a big Homestuck fan, is what you're saying.
Maybe. I don't know. But... Look, the point is...
I could have gone so long in my life without ever knowing that was a thing. I could have lived a happy life, died surrounded by family, and just lived. I'm full, free.
Michael, someone has to make you laugh.
Oof.
And also make you come.
Anonymous asks...
Well, let me just say, I won the shirt.
Nice.
I won the
Good
shirt.
Stuff.
Great.
I won the shirt. So,
Great.
Yeah.
Great. I hope you washed it.
I sure did. Don't worry, I watched it.
Anonymous responds to a question from last week and just says, in response to the Musk debate from last episode, yes, I was talking about people being into my Musk in a sexual manner.
Boom! Yeah, I was right.
Excellent
I'm
correction.
glad I didn't listen to all of that episode. Anonymous asks, how do you feel about the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Series finally getting a finale in the form of a new movie?
Oh, neat. That's
I
John,
thought that
yeah.
last movie was the finale. I thought they wrapped it up. Didn't the Pharaoh's soul go back into the puzzle or whatever? And then he was like, Yugi, you're strong enough now to do stuff on your own. And then that was it. I thought that did get a conclusion.
Moving on.
All right.
I don't care. I haven't watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Since it first
Yeah,
aired.
me
Right.
either.
So
Yeah.
I think we've been asked this before, but I'll ask it again. How does the Chooch crew feel about Gex?
I mean, Chip and Ironicus had that Gextra live stream going on. I didn't actually catch any of it, but that people went nuts for that, dog. Maybe Gex is back.
Yeah. The fact that Gex raised what was it, $25,000 for
Christ.
children's hospital?
That's real good.
Yeah,
Gex is
they
finally
raised
doing
a shit
something
ton
good
of
for
money.
with his god awful life.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think Chip and Ironicus and Voidburger, the people that ran that stream, I think they specifically said that they are going to build a new room in that hospital, and they're going to be able to choose a name for it.
No.
Well, they already said that they're going to be reasonable with the
Okay,
name because
good.
they said that they would feel awful if they were like, oh, let's just
Yeah.
name it Gex
That would
Room
be
or something. Like, they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, they're really good people like that. Good for
Yeah,
them.
they wouldn't do that.
Reminds us we're gearing up for Extra Life. We're getting ready.
We'll talk
Hell
about
yeah.
that later.
Hell yeah. It's not for a month.
Please,
but
let's not
still.
talk about that right
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Gex sucks.
Yes, she does.
Next question.
but,
What is your
yeah.
favorite Dragon Ball Z video game?
I've never played one. Are they good?
Those Legacy of Goku games are pretty good.
Yeah, those are pretty alright.
I remember
Those are those GBA ones, right?
Yes.
Yeah, those are good.
I remember people being really into Budokai back in the past. So, that one.
Michael, do you have a favorite?
I think it's one of the Legacy of Goku ones. It was really good on the Game Boy Advance. None of the others are very good.
We should try Xenoverse or something, maybe.
We should just go back and play all the SNES ones.
Xenoverse 2 is coming out soon.
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, all those Super Nintendo games are like glorious trash piles. They're hilariously awful.
Sure, yeah.
Some of the worst fighting games of all time, and there's like 50 of them.
There is also...
Anonymous asks,
Hold on, there is also that one Dragon Ball fighting game that's based off the live-action movie. Have
Oh,
you
Christ,
seen
let's
that?
move on.
It's incredible how bad it is.
if it's based off the live-action movie, it didn't really start in a good place.
It's so good because there's the story mode is visual novel style, and they just did screenshots of the movie for the characters and cut them out, and they're super super low quality JPEGs. It's hilarious. It's incredible. You really need to go watch a video of that game or something.
Fighting games based on movies continue to be terrible.
Oh boy.
Anonymous asks, in what direction do you hope to see Duke Nukem go?
A good.
Down! Down!
Also, this will mark the end, barring any further news in which we will talk about Duke Nukem on this podcast.
Aw.
Yeah.
It is its spiral from which we never pull out of.
Yeah, we
Christ.
need to course correct now or we'll never get out of this,
Yes, this has
hellhole.
happened before.
Yeah.
Once we go Duke, we never go back. It's a curse. I hope they stop making Duke Nukem.
Ryan and I will make a video when the new collection comes
Sure.
out. Don't worry about it.
Great.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I mean, there can be Duke Nukem shit on the website all the time. I don't care. I don't have to look at
Just
that.
not on the podcast.
Yeah,
Sure.
just not on the podcast.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, they need to stop. Those games aren't good. They clearly they don't understand why they aren't good. They think Duke Nukem is good. They think that attitude is good. I don't know if you saw that Gearbox thing from PAX.
It was bad.
Oof.
It was terrible. Yeah, they need to stop.
Yes.
Someone named Garbage Wizard writes in.
Yeah.
Wonder who that is.
Yep. Ryan writes in, says, I'm not on this episode because I'm still recuperating from 69-2, but I'd like to personally thank the Musk Anon for clearing that up. I knew I was right. I also have a question. Have you ever sold a game and regretted it later? I asked because a long time ago I sold my N64 and all the games, including Smash Bros. And Pokemon Snap, and I've regretted it every day ever since.
Oh, man. You go ahead.
I will say I have good news for you, Ryan. It's not that hard to get your hands on an N64 and Pokemon Snap.
Sure.
Smash Bros. Is a different story. But you could probably get Pokemon Snap on the cheap, like
I'm
$10.
going to guess Smash Bros. Is actually in a lot of places. It's just they overcharge.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to ask you for like $50 for that shit. And it's, hey, guess what? I'm a big Smash Bros. Fan. Not worth it.
No.
Thankfully, I still have a copy and it works, so that's nice. Yeah.
I've never gotten to the habit of selling my games.
I sold a bunch for a while.
I know a lot of people who do it and have done it, and I don't blame them for doing it, but I've always had this weird like attachment to very specific things in my life. Among them, like Pokemon cards and video games. So I could never. I've traded in a couple, but it's never been anything I loved. Like I honestly can't even think of what I traded in.
Yeah.
Besides maybe some old Maddens and stuff, and even those I still enjoy going back to. So I've never. Nothing comes to mind.
Yeah, I have a really big collection, but it's like every now and then I'll go through all my stuff and be like, what's something I know for a fact I'll never play again and don't care enough about, and stuff like, I got rid of BioShock Infinite and a whole bunch of stuff along those lines. Borderlands 2. Things I could probably get off Steam for $2 if I really wanted to play them again. But like,
sure,
for a large part, like a lot of the older stuff I still hang on to. I'm never really going to get rid of anything older than like the Xbox 360 era, maybe. But like, I don't think there's anything I've really regretted. I did have Red Dead Redemption. I think it was stolen from me. It just went missing, and I don't know where or why it is now. But hopefully someday it'll come back to me.
John?
I've gotten in the habit of selling and trading games like a lot when I was younger. I would just go to GameStop and sell a bunch of stuff.
I think a lot of people like in their early to mid 20s probably got into that because GameStop was just around.
Yeah.
Made that mistake and regret it now. I don't have a lot of the great GameCube games that I had when I was younger. I don't have any of those classic Game Boy Advance games. Like, I don't have a lot of great games that I wish I still had. But honestly, I'm not missing anything like too crazy. I own like Mega Man Legends and like some rarer games here and there that I'm like proud to have. So I feel like right now my collection is better than it ever has been, and I'd love to expand upon it. But I don't have Mario Kart Double Dash. But
right.
Okay. Nothing that's killing me.
Yeah, nothing. You didn't sell like some rare game. You don't have a Okami on the Wii with that IGN watermark.
Yeah.
I wish I had that fucking IGN watermark.
Yeah, I've lost games to events,
right,
that I miss, but my dog years ago chewed up a bunch of my PS1 games, but I didn't choose to get rid of that. That was an accident.
Yeah, that's not selling.
Act of God, basically. That's not something insurable.
Yeah, your dog is God. Got it. I mean, your dog spelled backwards.
Yeah,
exactly. A little secret for you, a little Easter egg.
Yeah. It's. I think they call them life hacks. Anonymous asks,
Alucard.
What's the worst, least threatening / underwhelming villain in a video game?
Oh.
Any of them that's just question. Like, you were the villain all along.
I'm trying to think of some good examples.
Bowser.
Least threatening.
Bowser's a great villain. What are you talking about?
He's the least threatening villain.
I did like in a Super Mario RPG where they just like immediately end him as the villain, like the second it starts. That was some good heel work right there.
Think about when Bowser's first a villain. Mm-hmm. The way you beat him is by running right past him and then just hitting an axe.
Yeah, I mean, that's true, but also, yeah, like, especially after all the RPGs where they make him a clown, like, he's still threatening at times, because he's a huge, like, dragon turtle thing, but at the same time, he's also just a huge, like, lonely goofball,
such a dork.
You just kind of end up loving him, you know, yeah, he's a dork.
Your problematic fave.
Yeah. He's not a villain. He has played tennis alongside Yoshi so many times. He's not a villain.
I wouldn't call him a villain, but I think he's a good antagonist whenever they want to use him as one. Especially in like the Galaxy games, I thought he was pretty good in those.
I would still call him a villain in the mainline games because he can be a villain. Mm-hmm. He can be threatening in those games, but in like the RPGs, not at all. He's not threatening anymore.
I think he may be the least threatening villain. Mm-hmm. Tom Nook.
I mean, he's not a villain. He's just a capitalist.
Tom Nook might be the most threatening villain.
Money is the villain, not Tom. He's just using the system, you know? It's not his fault.
What's Tom Nook spelled backwards? Money.
You're right.
Look it up.
You're right. Mm-hmm. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Weird. Mm-hmm. We may not know math. We know how to spell. That's not true at all.
No.
Broadcasting from Vanishing Point asks... Again, another question we kind of get in... Some version of this gets asked.
I don't think we've answered this with all the new crew, though. We have to take this into consideration.
Oh, man.
True. Real talk. Who would win in a video game choo-choo battle royal?
Ooh.
All right.
Ooh.
I think the answer's the same, to be honest.
What was the answer?
Nile.
Original.
I've never seen Niall play games.
What does this have to do with video games? This is fucking knives. This is maces.
The battle royale. Yeah.
I mean,
like battle royale, like the movie.
I own
like trapped on an island. We need to kill one another.
I own a katana and am trained in the art of Bushido, so I don't know if Niall.
So you
will
die
be
first.
No, I will absolutely destroy Niall. 1v1.
Anyone who is saying, I own a sword and I am trained in the arts of Bushido, you are on the local news after stopping a robbery on the subway. You aren't winning a battle royal.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying, Niall, I'm coming for you.
I think Austin might also have a shot because, I mean, yes, they also own a sword, but they, like, actively daily use it in their workout. So they, like, actually know how to use a sword.
Workout, but okay.
They fucking chop down trees like every day. They could if they chop down trees, they could chop down a man. What about Rose? How does Rose factor into this? Do you think she could?
I think Rose would build like we would be in a desolate setting, and then we'd all split up, and we'd stumble upon like a building, like a dwelling with like a chimney, and like we go in
running water,
run like a fucking water wheel, and like cows. Like, where the fuck does this all come from? And she'd invite us in, sit us down for tea, and eat cookies. And she's like, I don't want to fight. And then, and then there'd just be like, you know, and then the next person would come in and be like, oh, hamburger, ooh, wow. It's like, it's my previous victim. Like, that's Rose might win.
She's precious. Love her.
Mm-hmm. So either Rose or Niall. That's the vote. It seems. And anyone who boasts is automatically dead.
Yeah. You know, how about we we put it up to vote?
What I've found out is that you can actually you could kill a horse using Dark Souls tactics. Like, just saying, like you could roll out of the way of a horse, which is something I'm very good at.
And with brass knuckles. I mean, it all depends on if you've got brass knuckles.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm carrying them always next to my throwing stars.
Okay. All right. Well, they might strip search you, unless you have the brass knuckles in your hand.
What do you mean they in the battle royal? Who is like security?
I don't know. They got to make it like somewhat equal.
I'm moving on.
What?
Neopets.org asks, Chooch Crew, I have a serious question for everyone on here.
I'm ready to be serious.
The three boys.
There are several questions, so I'm just gonna go straight through them, and I'll toss it to someone. They'll answer them, and we'll just get through this real quick.
Got it.
This is all basically one question, really.
There are multiple question marks.
But it's all part of the same train of thought. Just read it. You'll see.
Maybe stop interrupting me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Fucking call you a host. Who is the sexiest food mascot character? Do y'all think Captain Crunch is a hunk? How about Chester Cheetah? Count Chocula? I want to hear your hot junk food character takes.
Tony the Tiger, obviously. Like, have you seen how fucking ripped that dude is?
Yeah, Tony the Tiger is like legitimately sexualized at times. It's kind of
It's great. Up. Have you seen his Twitter? You need to see that. It's so fucking horny.
Yeah, like the fact that Tony the Tiger has to basically like I almost said beat off furries with sticks, but like the fact that Tony the Tiger has to like actively block like hundreds of furries every day to keep his brand clean. Like, yeah, I think Tony the Tiger's up there.
And fucking Chester the Cheetah at the same time was like, I fucking love furries. Bring them my way, boys.
Well, because he's dangerously cheesy.
For real.
He's down to be sexual,
oh, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see Chester the Cheetah as sexual at all. I think he just really likes to chill.
You think he'd be the kind of person who's like, yeah, I'll Netflix and chill, and then when they're like ready to fuck, he'll just be like, you know what, nah, just take a hit of this, and just like gives you like the craziest weed you've ever smoked.
Yeah. He'll get you fucking lit up. That's what Tony the Tiger will do.
Mr. Peanut.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. voiced Mr. Peanut. Yeah, that's pretty erotic.
Mr.
RDJ.
Peanut.
What's under that shell, boy? Gotta find out.
Big old dick. And two nuts. Two nuts right there.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Only a couple of questions left. Here we go. Anonymous asks, I recently replayed Arkham City and was surprised by how clunky and unengaging the combat and puzzles were. Is it just me, or do these games not age well? Because, like, everyone stole that combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, everyone has stolen that combat.
Mm-hmm.
I was never a fan of City. Like, I think Asylum, I haven't played it recently. I bet that still holds up really well.
Yeah.
Because
it does.
Like, that is so compact and so layered in a really, amazing way.
Yeah.
City just felt like they took all that and just threw it to the wind.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the Riddler trophies, but I don't want to fucking climb up a building in the middle of the street just to get one Riddler and then glide. Like, I don't want to do any of that. I want it to be clever, not, I didn't glide over to this one thing and land on it just in time to deactivate this other thing. Like, I don't want to do any of that.
Yeah.
I'd rather be outsmarted than like, oh, I didn't input the controls quick enough. Great.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, City is just way too spread out and not as polished, but that fucking Mr. Freeze boss fight, holy shit!
I don't even remember it.
It's simple when you really get down to it, but in practice, it's incredible. Basically, the room is full of you have all the different ways to take down enemies. Like, you can get them from a grate, you can get them from underneath them, you can get all that stuff. Well, every time you do one of those takedowns to Mr. Freeze, he edits his suit to be to be able to ward that off, so you're not able to take him down the same way every time.
That's neat.
Yeah, I remember that fight. Yeah, that one was good. Yeah, there are good things in City. Like, City's not a terrible game, but like, I remember playing it and people talking about it and just thinking, did we play different games? Like, going from Asylum to City, people just like, oh, City's so much better, and it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I think just being an open world game is like really appealing to a lot of people, and that was kind of before the big open world craze, so people probably clung to that. Yeah,
this person's right though. That one in particular just doesn't, I don't think, ages very well.
Sure.
Anonymous asks, has any of the crew ever seen a ghost?
Seen a ghost or experience a ghost? Because they're
Seen
two
a
different
ghost.
things. Seen a ghost? No, I can't say I've seen a ghost.
John?
I have not seen one, but if one exists, it was in my room when I was a baby, if you remember.
Yeah, I remember. Moving on.
Oh, God.
Anonymous asks, with the success of episodes 69.2, have you ever thought about doing more themed episodes? Maybe one about economic advice or health advice.
Oh, yeah,
no.
we're here to talk
I'm gonna
about
speak
health,
for
yeah.
John and for the rest of the website. We are not qualified to give any advice
No.
on anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should maybe, like, I don't know. We occasionally do interviews, and we need to get back on top of that. But I don't know. Maybe we'll think about themed episodes. But boy, we shouldn't be giving any kind of advice.
Yeah.
No.
Not about, especially not about money or your health or
no.
well-being. And we the only reason we do the relationship ones because it was a haha.
Yeah.
It was
look,
it was a fun.
Here's my economic advice and here's my health advice. Do nothing I do. There you go. Eat a vegetable.
Yep.
Go outside.
Go have one.
Save money. Don't become obsessed with children's trading cards. There you go. That's my advice to you.
Pokemon is for people over a certain age. There is no age limit.
Maybe we do have value in this because we can immediately tell people exactly what not to do from our experience.
There's a lot of ways to make mistakes. We've only discovered a handful. Let's not
Exactly.
let's not
Sure.
point them
Let's-
towards. And the final question, which you can sound just like these people by sending in questions to podcast@videogamechoochoo.com or go over to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. And you'll sound like this last question does. Anonymous asks, please, all right, maybe you shouldn't sound anything like this question.
Oh boy.
Anonymous asks, how tight do you think Waluigi's overalls are? Like, uncomfortable tight? Or more like skinny jeans tight?
I don't think they're tight enough. Can't see the outline.
Waluigi takes care of himself, and he would want to make sure that his entire body is circulated. So I think maybe skinny jeans
Yeah,
tight.
and we all know he has a giant hog, so like it would definitely go down the side of the leg, but we just can't see it yet, and that's the worst part about it. Like, he needs to get tighter.
I'm done.
All right, thanks so much for sending in questions. Thank you, Michael, for reading them, and thank you and Scott for being on the show this
welcome.
week. That will
Thank
do it for
you.
this episode. Oh, boy. We'll be. We have a new video up on the site. We mentioned it previously. We got that Pokemon trading card game online video. We'll have some more reviews up there. Make sure you're checking on those reviews that we posted. Go if you haven't yet, go see all those reviews. There was that Deus Ex review. Michael, you wrote a review too recently.
Yeah, what was the name
Final
of that game?
Station.
There you go.
Final Station. Just go check those out. There's plenty of stuff to read on the site,
And there'll be more.
There will be more in the coming days, and we'll see you next week for another episode of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. Good night.